Johan, South Africa didn't have a good year in terms of its safety statistics last year. What do you think are the main causes behind the poor fatality rates in 2018?
Yeah, so when you look at the history and if you look at the current performance, you need to recognize that South Africa operates 8 out of the 10 deepest mines in the world.
Right.
So when you look at the actual reasons for some of these fatalities, it's linked to seismic events, which is full of ground. But some of the recurring other causes we see is related to mobile equipment and machinery being operated in the mines.
Okay. What do you think we can do in the short term to improve the situation?
So what we've seen works well with various best practices in the mining companies is to really follow a risk-based approach. And what we mean by that is not treating all the risks the same, but really have a focus on those 2 or 3 risks by mine that has the potential for causing these high fatalities. So really getting your mind around a risk-based and a risk profile by mine.
Okay, so that's the short term. Let's look at the long term. Where do you think the industry can get to in the long term, and how do we get there?
Yeah, so I think based on our experience and the discussions we've had, we see that almost all the executives in the mining industry is committed to safety. They want to do the right thing. And what we feel is, the basics of having a system in place, training the people, focusing on capabilities, KPIs, all of that's already in place. But I think the question the executives are asking themselves is, how do I make my system come to life at ground level? So I think what we found and what we see is that when you have the risk-based approach, number one, and you can translate that right down to the front line, which is the guys that are working in the panels at the phase, that they can look at risk differently, I think is the first thing. So the question is, how do I make my system come to life at ground level? So I think our view is, and we've seen it with mining companies that does it well, is that if you can really focus on integrating safety and operations in everything you do, right down to the ground level, this will help you make your system come to life. So I think for us, and we believe that the challenge now for the next 5 years is not doing new things when it comes to capabilities or procedures, but really how do you make your systems come to life at ground level?
Do you think there's a lot of room for improvement, or do you think the South African industry is well on its way to getting there?
No, I think there is room for improvement. If I look at South Africa, very labor intensive versus other mines worldwide, I think we need to do more. Because when you have a lot of people involved, you need to focus even more on culture and making sure that people are integrated and aligned with safety and production right down to the ground level. And it starts with leadership.
Absolutely. Johan, thank you for your time and your insights today.
Thank you.